Celebrity whiskey. Are you kidding me?
After this.
All right, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Today, we're going to talk about something that's kind of a contentious issue, right, in the whiskey community, celebrity whiskey.
Is it good? Is it bad?
Well,
We're going to decide tonight.
I think the issue is you have a lot of people, a lot of celebrities, I should say, who go and just slap their name on a bottle, and it's just an endorsement thing, and they're getting money.
Yeah, based off their name, right?
Right.
Yeah, our namesake.
But what we're looking at today are the Brothers Bond brand.
Yep.
Which is put together by Ian Somerhalder and Paul Wesley.
Yep.
Who were the guys from the Vampire Diaries.
Yep. Pretty awesome show. I got suckered into it.
We love the show. My wife and I have actually been to Covington, Georgia, where they filmed it.
That's on my bucket list of places to go.
So we've actually been down there.
Yeah.
So one of the differences with these guys and their brand, Brothers Bond, is they didn't just slap their names on some bottles and walk away. Right. These are hand selected at MGP. It's MGP juice, but they went and hand selected and worked with the master blender personally, tried to get to a profile they liked. So it's a little different than just somebody going to Buffalo Trace and them present them a bottle and they just put their name to it.
Yeah.
So they're actually more involved in this than
heavily involved.
They're heavily involved to the point where Ian Somerhalder has actually left Hollywood and is now, he works on a farm. He runs a farm. He has his own farm. It's a sustainable farm.
And I think the goal is to get
the grain. They're making the grain that's going to be the future bottles of Brothers Bond.
Yep, their product, yeah.
Yeah, so he's that involved to the point where he's kind of left acting and
long-term vision.
Yeah, where he's working a farm.
Yeah.
So to me, that's pretty impressive. So this is something I actually want to give a chance. I have had a couple of these.
Yep.
But we're going to revisit them and kind of give our impressions of them to the viewers.
Yep. And to give a little history, this is their first initial release, their flagship bottle, 80 proof, really kind of gets you into whiskey. The next one that came out was actually their batch one for the cask strength. I believe this one's at 114.08. Trying to do my best Devin impersonation for that to get exact numbers.
Yeah, that was right.
But yeah, 114.08 for cask strength batch one. And then when I was actually visiting my brother, talk about a Brothers Bond, we actually found this on the shelf, and it was the first time seeing it, and I was like, 7-year product, bottle and bond.
7-year bottle
it's
and
got
bond.
to be good.
Again,
like I said, love the brand.
This is all MGP.
All MGP, cheers. But still, it's a 7-year product, bottle and bond. It's got to be good.
And I believe I'm almost positive it's a 4 grain.
I think so too.
So it's rye, wheat, barley, and of course corn.
Yep.
So it's a 4 grain bourbon, and hand selected at MGP and blended together. And we're going to kind of go give you our impressions of each of these.
Yep. In our first glass, we have the flagship straight bourbon. We have the bottle and bond as well as the cask strength. So it's kind of how it's depicted here. Nice and light, low proof.
Yeah. I mean, there's not really ethanol there, but there's also not much on the nose at all.
No.
I get a little bit of like vanilla.
Yep, a little vanilla.
Some corn.
Very, very light oak. Definitely a little grain from that corn taste.
Yep.
Obviously a little youthy, but it smells pretty good.
All right.
Gonna try it?
Yep.
Let's get into it. Light, crisp, a little bit of that popcorn taste.
That's almost familiar. Like I think I've had something else that's very close to this.
It is MGP.
Yeah, so it's very possible, right?
Very possible.
But I don't have a lot of MGP 4 grain.
That's fair.
So
that's fair. I like 4 grain in general. I'm a big grain person. I like it a lot. But yeah, pretty solid for like a flagship product. Not too bad. Very low entry proof to kind of get people involved in the bourbon world. I think that's a good starting point.
It's not bad. I mean, as far as 80 proofers go, it's not astringent.
Yep.
It doesn't have any bitterness to it. There's not complexity either.
No.
But again, we're talking about an 80 proofer.
It's very simple.
It's just kind of sweet and just sweet and vanilla.
Sweet
Vanilla and corn sweetness.
I get a very, very light oak.
And it's not grainy either. I kind of smell corn on the nose, but there's no graininess to it.
Yeah.
I think my only complaint about this bottle, if I remember right, do you know the price of it?
I want to say it was like $40.
Yeah, that seems a little expensive, right? I mean, an 80 proof bottle, I would expect it to be more in that $30 range or under.
Yeah.
30 or under.
I think
especially because this isn't better than an Early Times.
Yeah.
It's not better than probably Buffalo Trace, I would say.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I mean, also those are more legacy dealers or distilleries, but also, like I said, I got it for I think $40 like with tax out the door.
Yeah, as far as the whiskey goes,
yeah,
it's fine. It's not something I would rave about.
Yeah,
but it's nothing I would complain about either.
Yeah,
if somebody handed me a pour of this, I'm going to sip it. I don't have it. It's not anything that I would need to
turn your nose up to.
Yeah, I couldn't. It's not something where I got to mix this with something. I could drink this neat.
Yeah.
I could drink it as a mixer.
Yeah.
Either way.
Yeah.
So it's not bad.
Marathon it. Marathon it on the golf course or something.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, ready for the 7-year bottle and bonds.
So I will say, there's a noticeable difference in the color.
Oh yeah.
Right. So you can tell this
drastic color.
This is straight bourbon without an age statement. Makes me think this is probably 2 or 3 years old.
Yeah.
So it's kind of young.
Oh, it actually does say 4 grain right there.
That does say 4 grain,
yeah.
So I was right.
So yeah, right. Good call.
So that makes me think it's probably a 2-year-old product.
Yeah.
2, maybe 3. Whereas now we know this is 7-year age stated.
Yep. Age
There's
stated.
a definite difference in the color. So.
Yeah.
Oh. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
That is nice on the nose.
Yeah. No, it's delicious.
You know what that reminds me of?
What?
That reminds me of like an Old Forester 1920. It almost has a brown Foreman nose to it.
Yep. A little bit of that like banana, a little bit of the
like a dark cherry. Like I always get like a dark cherry on 1920.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what I'm getting off this. I'm getting brown sugar and dark cherry on the nose.
Yep.
That's actually a really nice nose.
Yep, pretty rich. It definitely has like that fruity, like some of that spice as well as some of those earthy tones.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's really good.
Okay. Let's try the
I've already tried it already.
I saw you drinking.
I couldn't wait. I was like, okay, I gotta go. I gotta go into this.
The nose is very nice on this though.
The nose was so inviting. I was like, I have to sip this now.
It's nice.
It's pretty good.
That's got some nice spiciness to it.
Yep.
I don't get the fruitiness I was expecting.
See, I get fruity on the finish. Like think about it a little bit. I get spice up front, and then it finishes like a sweet, kind of like almost like
I got like
strawberry or raspberry.
I kind of like caramel up front and just a spice and like baking spices in the middle.
Yeah, I get the fruitiness on the back, and then I get some of that oak as well.
It's got a nice lingering finish though.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, it's not got like a hug. It doesn't have. It's only 100 proof, so it's only going to go so far.
Yeah.
But it's got a nice finish that sticks around.
Yeah. I know we were kind of mentioning price. This one I believe was $70 out the door, so a little higher end, but still kind of filling that 10-year age statement per year for a 7-year product.
Yeah, I was about to say $70 at 10 years per year at 7 years old.
Yeah.
That's what it's kind of expected.
40, 70.
I would spend the 30 on this, and I wouldn't even bother with that one.
Yeah, yeah. I like verticals.
That's got a very nice. That's got a nice lingering.
Yep.
Finish.
It's
just kind of sticks around.
Yeah, I cracked this open so that way it'd be a little more open for today's viewing, and got to try this. And this is a fresh crack, and this one was.
And it's still the 4 grain.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, that's got a nice palate, nice finish. This is a nice bottle. Decent mouthfeel.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good bottle. Are
you kidding me? You like this?
I like that one.
Oh, whew.
I actually like that.
The king of floor whiskey strikes again.
Yeah, I actually like that bottled in bond. 7-year.
That's
all right,
good.
Let's go now. The cask strength.
Cask strength. Jumping it up a little bit, going up 14.08 to 114.08 proof.
And this does not have an age statement.
No age statement.
I'm guessing it's
still darker in color than the. I know it's not watered down.
Because it's not been cut.
Yeah.
It's
uncut.
Yeah, it's
or uncut,
cast strength.
unfiltered.
Well, it's what it comes out of the barrel at. So it doesn't have, this gets color changes as you add water when you get it down to 80 proof. But I'm assuming this might be the same stuff, just
straight out of the
uncut.
barrel. Yeah.
All right, so let's give it a try.
Yeah. You could definitely smell more of that ethanol.
Yeah, it's definitely a heavier ethanol. It does have a bit of caramel on the nose.
Yep.
But you can tell it's going to have more proof to it.
Definitely get the caramel, get the vanilla up front.
You know what this reminds me of on the nose?
Get a little leather.
Smoke Wagon the Younger.
Uncut, the younger.
Yeah, Smoke Wagon.
They now changed the name. It's now Colt or something.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
but that's
they're
the nose.
They're in the middle of a change.
The nose is caramel with some of that, like some kind of spice, like specific spice to it. I can't quite identify, but on that Smoke Wagon, I get the same kind of nose.
Yeah, I get like a little more like some of those like more earthy, like leather, dusty tones. I definitely get some leather on this.
All right, try on the palate.
Cheers for the last one. Do you get a little banana? No?
No,
I get a little banana.
I'm not getting any banana.
Definitely get some like rye.
I do get the rye. It's got some spice to it.
Yeah.
It's peppery.
A little pepper.
It's peppery. I wish it was this at barrel strength. I think it's younger. I get the youthiness in it.
Yeah. I can see that.
I would love to see this one, which I liked, at a barrel strength. But this one, it's very peppery, and the youthfulness is there on the finish.
This is when I got the best nose out of it. Like I was actually able to identify different
nose
notes
on that one.
I like the nose on this, but this one I was actually able to pick out stuff.
Yeah. I mean, this one, it's not bad. What's the price on the caster?
I think that was 55, maybe 60.
$60. Okay, I mean that's not out of bounds.
Yeah, I've also had this bottle for like a year or two.
Yeah, I mean I wouldn't want to pay like $85, $90 for it.
No. Yeah, it was not that pricey. I know it's a bit of a jump. It's pretty much like I said, like 40, let's just say 60, and then like 70.
Considering, like I mostly drink barrel proof stuff. That's mainly what I drink.
Yeah.
It doesn't match up with some of the other barrel proofs that are available. When I look at like the Jack Daniel's barrel proofs that's on the shelves, or if you get a whole Old Forester barrel proof, or Elijah Craig barrel proofs, things like that, it's not really matching up. It's not bad. It just doesn't quite match those others. And I think it's a youthfulness there that's doing that.
Yeah.
Because all of those others are older.
That's true. They're older stuff. Now, the one thing I can say to their favor, this is batch 1. I think I don't know if there's a second batch for this yet, but this one I believe there's a 2 and a 3.
Okay.
So maybe it's been blended or aged more a little bit on the newer batches.
Now it does have a nice mouthfeel.
Oh yeah, it does.
To say if it's unfiltered, is it non-chill filtered?
Unfiltered.
Unfiltered. So yeah, so not chill filtered. So it's got a nice mouthfeel. You got those, the fats that make it kind of viscous.
Yep.
Because it's not chill filtered. So it's got a nice mouthfeel. It's just got a little bit of youthiness that kind of puts it below some of those other offerings out there.
Yeah. Don't disagree.
But it's not bad.
Brand. It's pretty good.
Yeah, it's not bad for a celebrity whiskey. It's probably the best celebrity whiskey I've had for sure.
I agree. That's why it's been around the WhiskeyTube channel, is just because they have a lot of good things going for them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Compared to, like I said, to other celebrity stuff, these are much better. In particular, this bottled in bond, which I thought was very good.
Well, I'm very happy to have you like one of them.
Yeah.
Oh, I know I like them, but I mean,
this,
actually really like it.
This is a bottle I would buy.
Yeah. Yeah.
I would buy one of those.
Yeah. Well, if you see it on the shelf. Or if I see it on the shelf, I'll find it.
Now that I've had it, I've seen it before, but I pass it by at celebrity whiskey. I don't go out to buy celebrity whiskey really, but Now that I've had it, yeah, it's a bottle I would pick up for sure.
Yeah.
And then it's got a talking point. It's got a nice talking point to it.
Oh, for sure. Especially if you watch the show and like, so
Yeah.
you've been there. So
Yep,
like
yep.
you're a little more involved than I have, but I've
Yeah.
watched the whole series twice. So I've at least spent some initial investment of time
Yeah.
watching the show, and I love it. So pretty good. Pretty good.
Now they also have a rye, a Brothers
Yeah,
Bond rye.
They have a rye.
And there's
I've
also-
not been able to find that one. I know they have it, but
I've
I've
seen it in
never
Kentucky.
seen it.
I've seen it in
Yeah.
Kentucky. And they also have one that's called regenerative grain.
I think that's a newer one.
Yeah.
I think it came out last year.
I've seen that as well in Kentucky.
Yeah.
Again, I've had this one before. I used to have a bottle. When it first came out, I did get
Yeah.
a bottle, and it's 80
Yeah.
proof, not super impressed, but the rye and the regenerative grain I have seen, and now that I've had it, I'd say this is the best one I've had out of them.
Yeah.
So,
It's got some age statement to it.
Yeah.
It's good. And super dark.
yeah, it's very dark.
Very dark.
Yeah. All right, so there you go. Talking a little celebrity whiskey.
Yeah.
The Brothers Bond series. To me, I think it's something really to keep an eye on.
Yeah.
I mean, these guys seem to actually
care about
what they're doing.
Which you don't see too often in celebrity
It's-
strongholds.
Yeah, it's not just I'm throwing my name on something for a payment.
Yeah.
So we'll keep an eye on that, and maybe we'll have to actually try to find those other ones.
Yeah.
and-
Yeah, I
and
definitely
give
want
those
to
a
try their
as well.
ryes. I want to get the whole vertical. I like collecting those, so that's on my list of things
Yeah.
to look for and get, hopefully.
And if you were thinking about maybe I want to try one of these, maybe you're fans of the show or the actors or whatever, or just what they're doing, I would say get this one. This
Yeah.
is the one you should go for. It was good.
Yeah.
All right, so there you go. The guys for Vampire Diaries, Ian Somerhalder, Paul Wesley,
Yep.
and the work they're doing with Brothers Bond Bourbon.
Yeah.
So remember, guys, until next time, the best bourbon or whiskey.
It's probably one of these, maybe this, or the one you like most.
There you go. All right, we'll see you later. Bye.